Hello, welcome to the 31st. How's it going? And welcome to another character design analysis for Pokemon Legends Arceus. And we finally have the official names for the northern and southern tribes that I've been talking about for the previous two CDAs. These two peoples are unimaginatively called the Diamond and Pearl clans. And in today's video, we'll be having a look at the head honchos of both of these groups, Adaman and Irida. Now, we've talked about these two clans on the channel before, so what I'll do is I'll quickly recap the stuff we know before we go on to the new stuff. The Diamond and Pearl clans each worship one of the legendary Pokemon of Sinnoh, Dialga, and Palkia, respectively, and they each have their own Camon or crest which represents them. These Camon are used to mark your identity and affiliation, which is why they're located proudly right in the middle of the chest of the clan's uniforms. I've talked about these uniforms in depth quite a bit before, so we'll just go over the very basic components. Each person's uniform is comprised of a hoodie in the style and colour of the legendary Pokemon, which also has their face on the hood, 3 patches round their waist, the Kote forearm armour, and separate styles of boots for the men and women of the clan. And in this trailer, we actually got confirmation that they changed the design of these outfits during production, as the ones we see on the map are different from the ones that we see now. Of course, we pretty much knew that already because of the Wardens, but now we have proof of how the regular clans people look. And of course, the Wardens themselves have customized their own outfits at least a little bit. But with that little recap out the way, we can start to crush the new stuff. Along with the names of the clans, we also learned about their values and ideals. The Pearl clan values space above all else, having vast areas of land and resources for people and Pokemon to live in. The Diamond clan, well, can you guess? Yes, of course, they value style above all else. Okay, I lied, but have you seen this guy? As I'm sure you smart people figured out, the Diamond clan values time, specifically making the most of the time we have in the present. Now, these ideals come into conflict when the two characters that embody them see situations differently, leading to Adaman and Irida frequently getting into fights and arguments. Adaman is the leader of the Diamond clan, and is one of the coolest people I have ever seen. He gives off confident and powerful vibes, stood in a strong stance with his arms crossed or on his hips. The official website describes him as daring, and says that he hates feeling like he's wasting time, which leads him to not necessarily thinking things through. I would use the word impulsive, and bear with me on this one, but he gives me teenage skater who doesn't want to grow up vibes. You know, like skipping school and doing dumb stunts so that he can live in the moment. Both he and his Wardens have a lot of small details and accessories in their designs, which I think speaks volumes about his leadership style. Adaman's name in Japanese comes from diamond, and time for an old-timey English lesson, the word adamant, which Adaman is named after, is an archaic word for diamond, which has since fallen out of mainstream use because we have the word diamond now. And another fun fact, adamant was also used to describe steel, which is, the type of the big guy. Thank you, Wikipedia. And adamant is already used in Pokemon in relation to diamonds through the adamant orb that Dialga carries. What the connection between the two is going to be is currently unclear, but you can bet there's going to be one. Possibly the two clans look after these held items for the gods of space and time. Who knows? But that's enough of the incorporeal stuff. Let's get down to that physical goodness. One of my favourite things about Adaman's design is his hair. It's a strong, dark blue mixed with a lighter, tealier shade and some dirty blonde, all of which he's tried to tie back up top, yet a single strand has escaped, falling into his face like a DBZ character. What I love about this is that while it just looks dope as f*** aesthetically, it feels low effort. Like, taking the time to style it would have been a waste when there's so much other stuff he could be doing, yet somehow it just turned out perfect anyway. That said, he has clearly gone to great lengths to look good. Not only has he shaved a slit into his left eyebrow, but he's also wearing eye makeup. At least, I think so. It is the same shade of blue as his hair, but that's not normally how eyelashes are drawn on Pokemon characters. which leads me to believe he's rocking the cat eye. The blue brings out his large, long brown eyes, and lastly, he has a single diamond-shaped earring hanging from his left ear. If you zoom in and just look at his head and neck, it really gives me like lovable rogue, maybe an Egyptian or sort of Prince of Persia-y vibes. I think today he would run a biker gang on the streets of Tokyo. A really minor but incredibly weird detail that I just don't know what to make of is the fact that they've included the pink fleshy bit of his eyes. Like that bit right there. It's not something included in any of the designs of the other characters, and I have no idea why. It's a more realistic design, I guess. Maybe it could be to do with his ethnicity. I don't know, but now I can't unsee it. Anyway, enough obsessing over the tiniest details of this man's eyes. Let's zoom back out and look at the rest of him. Overall, he seems pretty strong. A good athletic frame, strong definition in the collarbone and forearms, and I mean, while he's wearing very baggy clothes, his style is on point. I really love the shades of blue, black with that like gold highlight. On the outside, he's got a deep blue Hayori-esque piece with an interesting rope decoration at the bottom, which forms like two diamonds in the front and has little bits coming off of it. To me, it looks like the shimenawa, which in Japan are these special types of rope used to denote sacred places, keep spirits in, and something similar is worn by yokozuna, the highest rank of sumo. The real shimenawa, though, pretty much always have these shide decorating them, these like paper lightning bolt things. If this is a shimenawa, then it's likely to do with Adaman's position as a clan leader. Maybe it makes him sacred, like he's the human embodiment of Dialga or some bullshit. Whatever it means though, it goes great with the white lapels. The Haori has this like really cool feature where he's got golden claw marks that are embossed on his right shoulder and go all the way around to his back where the clan crest is located. 3 claws for our 3-clawed friend. I really hope there's a cool origin story behind this, like Dialga slashing the creator of the Diamond Clan and being so impressed that they survived, it like granted them divine power. Whatever the reason, it looks great, and the gold really accentuates the blue. Underneath is a long, baggy jumpsuit-y thing that I can't find a name for, and around his neck is a chain with a metal diamond-shaped necklace attached to it. Both sleeves are rolled up, revealing bandages covering his right arm and left palm. It's hard to say what this is about. Maybe he's injured, hopefully from a Dialga attack. Or maybe his arm holds a dark secret. God, I hope he is a monster arm. Finally, right down at the ground are his feet, which are covered by some footwear. I literally can't tell what's going on here. I think they're boots designed to look like sandals. I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. We have spent far too long on the Adaman. It is time to say see you later to the Skater Boy and get to know the other major player in the clan conflict, Irida, leader of the Pearl clan. Irida's name in Japanese is from the pearl oyster, and in English comes from the word iridescent, which is used to describe something that's kinda shiny and colourful, like the pearl appearance of things like nacre, beautiful mollusk shells, and, shining pearls. The word used for the lustrous orb, lustrous, specifically means shining, but can you imagine if they'd named a female character Lust? I can't believe how much fan art there is after one day. I dread to think what those monsters would do if she had a name like that. Looking at her overall design, Irida stands like a pouty child. Like she's upset that we keep calling her short when she's the motherfucking princess. But I do see another side to it. Like she's standing tall, defiant in the face of something terrifying, regardless of how scared she actually is. And that side of her is reflected in her dialogue and description. While she's obviously a very cautious person who likes to think things through rather than just dive in like her diamond counterpart, she's still very brave and determined. No matter how much uncharted space there is and the unimaginable dangers that it could hold, she won't be frozen by fear. She will see it all with her own 2 eyes. In general, I would describe her aesthetic as very pink. While this art makes her look tiny, she's a fairly normal height, shorter than Adaman, but way taller than little baby Leon, and probably a little bit taller than us. It's probably her petite, thin frame that makes her look so small out of context. She's packing short blonde hair down to her shoulders with highlights of whatever colour you'd call that, topped off with a bright pink Pearl Clan style tiara. 'Cause Irida has very large pale blue eyes with long dark eyelashes, a cute button nose, and the slightest hint of disappointment on her lips. She wears what I will describe as an ancient Hisuian hot pink tube top, with what looks like a black corset thingy. And finally, some white short shorts. Oh, and last but not least, those big bubble platform shoes. Maybe she is small after all, and it's those that give her an extra couple inches. Now, that side of her outfit is very modern, but she's also wearing a pink and white garment around her waist that forms the Pearl Clan crest at the back. It's really hard to tell whether this is like purpose built or whether it's a yukata or something that they can just throw over their shoulders as well. It's held there by a bright blue or teal pouch on her back and tied at the front by an omijimi of the same colour. I apologise for my pronunciations of everything, they are bad. A rather large part of her design is made up of those bracelets and the anklet that she has on her left ankle. They look almost like blown glass, and they have a lovely circle pattern in them and a single little extra pearl bubble. Finally, she carries a white flute on her back. This is the flute used to summon the Ride Nobles, and that I thought would be carried by Isken in his tube. It's unclear whether she'll be giving this to the player, but we do see her playing it in the trailer. Yep, I could easily make a joke about this. Now, there is an item that the two leaders have in common that I left out of their individual breakdowns. Each leader has a necklace containing a precious looking gem. They signify their status as clan heads and are likely very important to the connection shared between the clans and the legendary Pokemon they worship. Adaman's is a blue diamond in a gold band, and Irida's is an orange, peach, mellow pearl in a silver or maybe iridescent nacre band. Now, I don't believe these are the adamant and lustrous orbs, because A, we've seen those before and they don't look like this, and B, these are replicas of the gems embedded in the legendary Pokemon Dialga and Palkia. What they truly mean is currently a mystery, but without a doubt, they show the strong connection between the clans and their lords. But jewelry isn't the only thing the two clan leaders share. They also both have the Sinnoh evolutions as their partners. Irida has Glaceon, which makes sense as the Pearl Clan lives way up in the icy north, and Adaman has Leafeon, which makes sense because he's a loser. I mean, because he lives in the warm south and east. Now, Glaceon makes so much sense, right? They live up in the cold north by Snowpoint City, where the ice rock is, and it shows the Pearl Clan's determination to use all available space, regardless of the conditions. But Leafeon is kinda weird. Adaman doesn't really seem like a grass guy, and the Moss Rock is located in the northwest of the Sinnoh map, about as far away as you can get from the Diamond Clan, although maybe in Hisui it's located somewhere else. Or maybe he wanted a Glaceon, but when Irida took it, he had to settle. The fact that they both have evolutions is interesting though. It makes me wonder whether they were given EVs by the same person. Maybe because they were next in line to lead their clans. Potentially meaning there's a third clan that oversees these two and makes sure they don't have large-scale conflicts. If I was to put my money on one, I'd guess the clan that Kamado belongs to. The 3 circles or stars in his Kamon could be the 3 clans in harmony or something. It also immediately made me think of the Kimono Girls of Johto because, well, Eevees. But that's all just a theory. A guess. In terms of their descendants, Adaman is... I have no clue, to be honest. He doesn't really look like anyone in particular, while Irida looks like Serena, Clement, Karina, basically all of Kalos. but that's potentially because there's a lot of blue-eyed blondes in Kalos. Who knows? Let me know who you think their descendants might be down below. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. There are plenty more videos like this, character design analyses, on the channel. There will be a playlist linked down below, and you can watch them all for Sword and Shield and Pokemon Legends Arceus. And as I said, if you have any thoughts or anything I've missed, let me know, leave it in the comments. I want to say a big thank you to my artists, Norton's Love and Commander Z, and a massive thank you to you for watching. If you enjoyed this and you would like to support the channel, you can buy a membership, which will give you some cool rewards. Or you can donate to me and get literally nothing in return. You have been watching The 31st, and goodbye. Jewelry!